Hello, thank you for joining me again today. Today we'll be doing day 7 of our Read the Bible in 1 Year. Today's focus is on Job, and we'll be doing chapters 14 through 16. We are continuing, of course, in the King James Version. As I've explained, that's the only Bible in the public domain. And the reason reading the Bible is so very important is that it is the living Word of God. And so as you read the Bible, God may speak to you. He doesn't always speak to everyone, but he does speak to people through his Bible. And many times, what you hear today, you will hear in a different way, in a different application than what you heard it last year or the last time you heard it. And so a lot of people do like to read it once a year because there's new meaning for them, depending on the phase of life and what's going on in their life and in that moment. And as we grow older, typically we grow in wisdom, and it's just amazing to have the Bible as part of that wisdom. So apparently Buttercup has decided to join me. She's on the bench behind me there. Oh, she's a sweet dog. Okay, so here we go with chapter 14. Man is born of a woman, and is of few days, and full of trouble. He cometh forth like a flower, and is cut down. He fleeth also as a shadow, and cometh not. And doth thou open thine eyes upon such a one, and bringest me into judgment with thee? Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? No one. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds, that he cannot pass. Turn from him, that he may rest, till he shall accomplish as a hireling his day. For there is hope of a tree, if it be cut down, that it will sprout again, and the tender branch thereof will not cease. Though the roof thereof wax old in the earth, and the stalk thereof die in the ground, yet through the scent of water it will bud, and bring forth boughs like a plant. But man dieth, and wasteth away, yea, man giveth up the ghost. And where is he? As the waters fail from the sea, and the flood decayeth and drieth up, so man lieth down, and riseth up, till the heavens be no more. They shall not awake, nor be raised out of their sleep. O that thou wouldest hide me in the grave, that thou would keep me secret until thy wrath be past, that thou wouldest appoint me a set time, and remember me. If a man die, shall he live again? All the days of my appointed time will I wait until my change come. Thou shalt call, and I will answer thee. Thou wilt have a rise to the work of thine hands. For now thou numberest my steps. Dost thou not watch over my sin? My transgression is sealed up in a bag, and thou sewest up mine iniquity. And surely the mountains falling cometh to naught, and the rock is removed out of his place. The waters wear the stones, thou dost wash away the things which grow out of the dust of the earth, and thou destroyest the hope of man. Thou prevailest for ever against him, and he passeth. Thou changest his countenance, and sendeth him away. His son come to honor, and he knoweth it not, and they are brought low, but he perceived it not of them. But his flesh upon him shall have pain, and his soul within him shall mourn. We continue on with Job 15, King James. Then answered Eliphaz the Temanite, and said, Should a wise man utter vain knowledge, and fill his belly in the east wind? Should he reason with unprofitable talk, or with speeches wherein he can do no good? Yea, thou castest off fear, and restraineth prayer before God. For thy mouth uttereth thine iniquity, and thou choosest the tongue of the crafty. Thine own mouth commandeth me, and yet not I. Yea, thine own lips testify against thee. Art thou the first man that was born, or wast thou made before the hills? Hast thou heard the secret of God, and dost thou restrain the wisdom of thyself? What knowest thou, that we cannot know? What understanding thou, which is not in us? With us are both the gray-bearded and the very aged men, much elder than thy father. Are the consolations of God small with thee? Is there any secret thing in thee? Why doth thine heart carry thee away? And what do thy eyes wink at? That thou turnest thy spirit against God, and lettest such words go out of thy mouth. What is man that he should be clean, and he which is born of a woman that he should be righteous? Before he putteth no trust, behold, he putteth no trust in his saints, yea, the heavens are not clean in his sight. How much more abominable and filthy is man, which drinketh iniquity like water? I will shew thee, hear me, and that which I have seen I will declare, which wise men have told him from their fathers, and have not hid it, unto whom alone the earth is given, and no stranger passed among them. The wicked man travelleth in all pain in his ways, and the number of years is hidden to the oppressor. A dreadful sound is in his ears. In prosperity the destroyer shall come upon him. He believeth not that he shall return out of the darkness, and he waiteth for of the sword. He wandereth abroad for bread, saying, Where is it? He knoweth that the way of darkness is readily at hand. Trouble and anguish shall make him afraid, but they shall prevail against him, as a king ready for the battle. For he stretcheth out his hand against God, and strengtheneth himself against the Almighty. He runneth upon himself, even at his neck, upon the thick bosses of his bucklers. Because he covereth his face with his fatness, and maketh collops of fat on his flanks. And he dwelleth in desolate cities, and in houses which no man inhabiteth, which are already to become heaps. He shall not be rich, neither shall his substance continue, neither shall the prolong the perfection there upon the earth. He shall not depart out of the darkness. The flame shall dry up his branches, and by the breath of his mouth shall he go away. Let him not that is deceived trust a vanity, for vanity shall be his recompense. Sorry about that. It shall be accomplished before his time, and his branch shall not be green. He shall shake off his unripe grape as the vine, and shall cast off his flower as the olive. For the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate, and fire shall consume the tabernacle of bribery. They conceive mischief, and bring forth vanity, and their belly prepareth deceit. We continue with King James 16, King James Version. Then Job answered and said, I have heard many such things. Miserable comforters are ye all. Shall vain words have an end? Or what emboldeth thee that thou answereth? I also could speak as ye do, if your soul were in my soul's stead. I could heap up words against you, and shake mine head at you, but I would strengthen you with my mouth, and the moving of my lips should assuage your grief. Though I speak, my grief is not assuaged, and though I forbear, what am I eased? But now that he hath made me weary, thou hast made desolate in my company. And thou hast filled me with wrinkles, which is a witness against me, and my leanness rising up in me bearest witness to my face. He teareth me in his wrath, he hateth me, he gnasheth upon me with his teeth. Mine enemy sharpeneth his eyes upon me. Yet they have gaped upon me with their mouths, that they smitten me upon the cheek reproachfully. They have gathered themselves together against me. God hath delivered me to the ungodly, and turned me over in the hands of the wicked. I am at ease, but he hath broken me asunder. He hath also taken me by my neck, and shakeneth me to pieces, and set me upon his mark. His archers compass me about. He cleaveth my reins asunder. He doth not spare. He poureth out my gall upon the ground. He breaketh me with breach upon breach. He runneth upon me like a giant. I have sewed sackcloth upon my skin, and defiled my horn in the dust. My face is foul with weeping, and on my eyelids are shadows of death. Not for any injustice in mine hands, but in my prayer it is pure. O earth, cover not my blood, and let my cry have no place. Also now, behold my witnesses in heaven, and my record is on high. My friends scorn me, but mine eyes poureth out tears unto God. Oh, that one might plead for a man with God, as a man pleadeth for his neighbor. When a few years are come, then I shall go away, whence I shall not return. So that is the end of today's reading. I hope that y'all are enjoying it. We are doing this in chronological order, and so we did not just go straight through the book of Genesis. And at the end of Job, which will be another 5 days, I think, we will return to the book of Genesis and continue. Chronological order is not necessarily the order of the Bible, so we're not reading cover to cover like a novel. Maybe next year when we read through, we'll do cover to cover. All right, folks, I hope you all have a blessed day, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.